So just taking the paper horizontally, trying to use the measurement where 0 is at one end of the paper, rotating it to a number that is divisible by 3, in this case 9. So it's going from 0 to 9. And 6 is the dividing with a caret number right there, just to give you a segment. And extending this piece. This is just trying to help me get the horizon line so that it is parallel to the corners of the page here. And that's the eye level, just to give you that selection. And just initialing it here so you can see it. The vanishing point to the left is where it intersects the paper. Over here on the right, vanishing point right. So when you take a look at the illustration, any space that you're doing, you're just trying to create a rather large rectangular space or a square, doesn't matter, because it'll be in proportion to it. So I'm just going to put a point here and just slowly build it, go to the left vanishing point and the right vanishing point. And that gives me the overall scale. Now, if I just find a rectangular shape, I can just estimate, doesn't matter, and just put the crossing of the lines, and I'll extend it all the way out just so you can see it, even though it's connecting here. Doing this in pen. So that's an easy mark. So all I need to do, find the center of this and carve out the L shape right in the middle. So watch how easy this is. I'll just find the center. And I don't necessarily need to make this a heavy line because it's just to help me locate the central part of it. But it's right there. Okay. So now for the front of this, I'm just going to take it, it's cutting it in half, right like that. So you see, this is the same shape in the distance in perspective, just like we did before. Now just dividing this to come back to the L shape, I'll just put it in the center and extend this back. And now hopefully you can see this part. Now if I heavy this up just so you can see it, and you'll hopefully see the geometry that goes right with it. So if I want to extend it any further, I can. And that's creating that shape. So there it is right there. There's the L shape. Now all I need to do is extend it up and create that piece. If I want to add another one, this goes, hopefully you can see this part, I just have to extend this one. I'll just show it to you. And that'll give me this part. Goes all the way to the distance. And I can continue this all the way down if I wish. But that's just showing you how easy this perspective is, all based off of crossing the diagonal grid. So you really don't have to measure anything. So I can actually make this go all the way down if I wanted to. I'll just have it go down a little bit. And what I'm going to do is just extend this first one here. Let this be the height line. I'll make it low, just so you can see the top of it. Right there. And all I have to do is connect it and just start building the walls as they go around. So here's the front wall. Here's where it's going to extend. So right there is that first segment. So I just put a little bit of tone in there just so you can see it. The second wall is coming right back to this panel. So I'll draw it, line it up with the right vanishing point. And here's where it extends. Gets a little confusing, so you got to kind of keep your wits about you as it goes through it. Here's this wall. And like I said, this is kind of giving me this floor plan. And I just have to extend these three pieces up, and that'll give me that section. So this one's going back to here, and this one's going all the way back to this one. Like I said, just have to watch what you're doing. And that'll give you that. So that's where that one's going. Just kind of, I just need the point. And coming across this way. So you're actually just taking the same shape, just extending it up to the top. Right up to here. And just using a little bit of the shading just so you can see it through the transparency of these parts in perspective. This one goes back right to there. And this one comes back right to here. And that's the whole shape illustrated right there. So I'm just going to make these lines just a little bit heavier so you can see them. Mm-hmm. And there you have it. So that's just that piece. Now granted, you could probably do it without the whole piece, but it gives you that section right there. And just make sure your lines meet the vanishing point. It'll keep it at that nice angle. I have this textured paper, so it gives a little bit of light into the shadow. Makes it nice. There you go. That easy.